This is the FFR Trading Market Minute, and this is a daily candlestick chart of the SPY. That is the ETF for the S&P 500. And last week, I thought we would get a rally here and perhaps test the neckline of our head and shoulders pattern that we've been pointing out that triggered to the short side. We did get a rally there, not quite to the back to the neckline there before prices collapsed again, and our target to the downside, at least our first target here, was a gap fill, this fill of this gap back here, which they did yesterday, fill that gap, which they do about 80% of the time. Once those gaps fill, you tend to get a move away because you get a lot of institutions that were waiting for that gap to fill and to close their positions. They need to buy to close out those short positions, and we got a rally, a bit of a rally here today, which is Wednesday. You see the oscillator has crossed the moving average here. What that tells me is if they break today's high, which would be Wednesday's high here, if they do that tomorrow, then we should continue to move higher. And we may eventually, this is really the only resistance level that I'm looking for to the upside here. If they are not able to trigger this or break the high, Wednesday's high here, then the next support will be down here, this line that I've drawn below. And the target basically is going to be that 406 level. That's the target on the head and shoulders pattern that technical analysts will be using as their target for the head and shoulders short pattern here. So again, in short, I think if they break the high here on Wednesday, I think we'll get a few more days of rally. If they're not able to, then chances are we'll find ourselves down at this next support level and eventually, that 406 target on the head and shoulders pattern. Some of the key pieces of economic data next week. Wednesday, we'll have the Producer Price Index and FOMC minutes. That'll be at 2 o'clock. Thursday's CPI and Friday's Michigan Consumer Sentiment. Hope that helps. Have a great rest of your trading week. We'll see you back next week in the FFR Trading Market Minute.